Come on in because I have another cool tone palette. This palette is so gorgeous, the quality is amazing, and the price point is so right. So let's go ahead and start with the video. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So I am here with the Cooltrals, okay? So this is the second installment to the Nudetrals by Cosmic Brushes, and this baby is gorgeous, okay? So we have 20 shadows, and here is the palette. It is definitely a cool tone dream palette. We have the mauves, we got the purples, we got the blues, we got the grays, we got the periwinkles, and we got a little taupe, you know what I mean? So I'm a happy camper. We got a little black. This is giving all the feels, but I'm so carried away. Let me go ahead, introduce myself. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup, but please just call me Ash or Ashley, and eyeshadow is my jam. It is one of my most favorite things to talk about here on my channel. So like I just mentioned, we have the Cooltrals by Cosmic Brushes. Cosmic Brushes is an indie brand and they are based out of the United Kingdom. So this palette, when I say it's affordable, it is affordable. So this palette is retailing at, let's see, I want to say it is $38. You can't beat it. You got multi-chromes, you got mattes. It's really good. So a few things about the product. So what I did just notice when I went on the website, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So for this palette, you can order two. But I want to say the Nudetrals, honey, they say you only gonna order one. Let me just double check. I'm like, that's so interesting. Yeah, the Nudetrals palette. Is it sold out? I think the Nudetrals palette, unfortunately, is sold out at the time. And they said one palette per order, big and bold. But for the Nudetrals palette, and I do have a video up on the Nudetrals palette also. I'm not sure which order they're going up on, but the Nudetrals is fabulous as well. And the Cooltrals, they definitely say you can get two. So I guess they figure people might not want the Cooltrals as much. I don't know. But yeah. So usually with Cosmic Brushes, they say you can expect up to a 2-week dispatch time. I basically got my palette within like a week and a half. It was about 2 weeks total time. So it wasn't just like a whole, like a waiting 2 weeks to get the palette and then going in to the shipping time. Like I said, this brand is based out of the UK. And it says that we are introducing the Cooltrals. They're cool tones that meets the neutrals, a cool tone color story that is not just full of neutral browns. Our new 20 shade palette has 12 mattes, 8 metallics, and include one foil multi-chrome, excuse me, a duochrome and an iridescent. And let me tell you, the quality of that multi-chrome is beautiful, the quality of the duochrome is beautiful, and the quality of the iridescent is really gorgeous as well. And I think they did a fabulous job for just a price point of $38. I'm not sure how they do it, but it's wonderful. And kind of wish that more brands could do it, but we do understand that some things have to cost a little bit more money. Now, if you are interested in like all the shape descriptions and anything like that and the ingredients, you can hop on over to the website, which is Cosmic Brushes. You can just put that in, but it's cosmicbrushes.co.uk. And basically they are, let's see, they're vegan and cruelty free. If that is something that is important to you, you do have free returns over if you're in the UK, and they're offering secure checkout. Now on the back of the palette, they do have the whole ingredient list too. If you're curious, it did come with like a little unicarton situation. I can't open nothing. If you've been here before, I can't open nothing to save my life. So I literally had to rip it. I had to rip it and just tear it and just throw it away, okay? So I don't have the whole unicarton situation for that. I don't necessarily think that the unicarton is really necessary because it's like the whole palette. I understand why brands do it, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know if we needed the extra. I get it, you know? Now, they do have a couple warnings on here. You do have some pressed pigments, and they are broken down between your eyeshadows and your pressed pigments. Remember, the pressed pigments can cause some irritation to your eyes, and it's usually how they categorize them between, like, sometimes the States and some of the products in the UK or in Europe, okay? Now, like I said, the palette is distributed out of Jupiter, out of Jupiter Business Park, Donchester, UK, and the packaging is recyclable. The eyeshadows itself itself are good for 24 months once you open. If you keep your makeup in a cool or dry area, it will be okay. Longer than that, especially because these are powder products, okay? And like I said, I wouldn't keep these in the bathroom or anything like that because the moisture, and the moisture doesn't really mess up so much as your matte shades, but those, usually like your dual chromes, your shimmer shades, it can kind of mess with the integrity of that. The palette net weight is 21 grams. So I have 3 looks for you today. I am actually talking through the looks because I decided we need to switch it up. Back in the day when I first started my channel, I used to talk through all the looks and it would just take so long, and I would edit them and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm already at 40 minutes. I mean, the video is probably gonna be 40 minutes, but that's total. I would be at so much time because I'm just talking and blending and talking, but I'm proud of myself. I'm like, okay, I've kind of filmed these quick and I know what I'm doing, but I feel like sometimes there's value. So of course, I'm going to be actually talking through these tutorials, and then I'm going to be, you know, talking about my thoughts in between the looks. And then at the end, of course, we're going to wrap up with some final thoughts. So the only thing that's really different is that I'm chatting, you know, through the tutorials. But let's go ahead and get started with the video. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. The eyebrows, they're filled in. I got them done this morning because I was like, they need to be cleaned up. So she partially filled them in using probably an Anastasia product, I want to say, but I did a little touch up with my Benefit pencil. This is the Goof pencil, shade 3.75. It's what I always use. So if you've been here before, you know, okay? And the only reason I touched them up is because I went to the chiropractor. You know, your face is kind of down a little bit. Then I went in with my old Holy Grail primer, which is the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. Can't find this shade anymore, but if you want to shade this color and you want something similar in texture and consistency, I will recommend the MAC Contemplative State in the shade. I recommend the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Contemplative State. All right, let's see. All right, y'all. Let's go in with Grounded, okay? So we're gonna mauve it out a little bit right here. So I'm just picking this up basically on a dome blending brush, and this is a BK Beauty 201, and I'm just gonna stamp this into the crease. I'm actually pretty excited to use this palette. Okay, yes, all right, come on blend. Yes, I'm here for it. I'm just sweeping this back and forth. And I love the way this picked up. It's picked up very nicely. It's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but nothing major at all. Okay. And y'all, I really didn't give this look any thought other than what you just saw me do right there. Okay. So now I think I'm going to go in with the shade Natural. See if it can build. And I am going to take... So taking a Blend Bunny, what is this, a B5 brush. Like I said, I'm going back in with Natural. That's a little bit deeper, so I want to see if the 2 shades build on each other. Just a little bit, not really, but okay. But it's a pretty shade. I think it would be pretty by itself. It does give a little bit of dimension. Not much, but just a little bit. It kind of just intensifies the first shade, which was Grounded. I think both are very pretty. Both you can kind of use as a transition. But I mean, you get a little, but nothing much, okay? So with that being said, I am going to go in with a little smaller blending brush. I'm going to take the shade Midnight, this beautiful blue shade, and I'm going to pop that in the crease. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. I mean, everything has been working so well so far. So I am just really enjoying playing with this and the Neutrals palette. I have tried Cosmic brushes once. I did not film a video, but I had I still have it. I have the Winter Wonderland palette, and although very beautiful, like the multi-chrome, I just felt that going back in and just kind of blend that out, it was a lot of pastels in there. And you know how pastels can be. It's like either they're light in tone, or when they just blend out, they give a white cast. And I think most of them gave a white cast, so I wasn't very fond of that. All right. So I'm liking how this is looking. I'm gonna wipe that brush off. And I'm gonna go in with shadow. Ooh, you know I love a gray matte. She's my friend. Y'all, I put up a little joke today on Instagram. I made a meme, my own meme. Have you guys seen that trend when they be like, I know such and such hates to see me coming, like kind of like your favorite thing? So I put up, I know NYX glitter glue hate to see me coming. So speaking of NYX, it's about to come out, okay? All right. I know you hate to see me coming, NYX, but it's just a little joke. Y'all know I love me some NYX glitter glue. The eyeshadow looks not possible without it. I just wish this whole applicator system would be better because, child, look, it be coming out the side. I end up wasting so much just trying to get some out. But I'm just like, okay, I'm committed to kind of finishing. Well, I don't know if I'm committed. I was in Target, but I didn't see it. But so I don't know if they actually carry it at Target. They might, but I might have missed it on the gondola because there was somebody like standing on the other end of it, and I didn't feel like saying, "Oh, excuse me, can you move?" Blah 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 blah. All right. Man. Okay. I think I'm gonna take Gravitate. I don't like, do I need to keep this as a shade for like my final look? But oh, it's pretty. And this is why we need the next. You see how silky that is? This is why you need that glitter glue, honey, so it can pick up. Yes. The people who manage it without a glitter glue, I don't know what type of sorcery you guys do. But on these eyelids, I'm gonna need it. This is gorgeous. Okay, let's pat a little bit more right here. Yes. I am loving this look. I'm looking at the blend of the blue, trying to figure out, do I need to pull it up a little bit? I may, but this shade is going on very smooth. Like, I don't know, the quality of these shadows for an inexpensive price point. So I'm gonna say these palettes are only about $30 something. Is really impressive. Okay, now for a little inner corner highlight, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Reveal. I'm just going to pick up just a little bit more just to kind of build it up, but I want to keep it in the corner. Sometimes that could be my nemesis, and now I'm going to go back in with that multi-chrome shade and bring it up. I always go ahead and kind of just look at myself straight on to see how it's looking. So for what I notice at the moment, but when I'm gonna take my little trick and wipe it up because it's kind of bringing the eyelid down. I want it to look more lifted. So that's what I do. You can either do it with concealer, but I kind of like to clean it up a little bit before the concealer, to be honest. And I just take my little handy makeup wipe. I just kind of put my finger in it and pull up and see all of a sudden it's nice and lifted, you know? So it's not that I don't like the blown out look, but if it's kind of dragging down, I need things to go up, okay? So I'm really pleased with how that looks. I do want to go in just a tiny bit more with Midnight right in here. And now I'm just going to kind of buff that out just a little bit. I'm going to go back with that same brush, which is that Flight Definer brush. And I'm going to pull the Gravitate shade over just a tiny bit to kind of overlap. Yes. Because y'all know, Serial Blender over here. Going back in with Grounded. That was our first shade. All right, I think we're good here. The eyebrow is not looking as sharp. I think I need to fix that up on this side. It's killing the vibe. I'm gonna fix that, but we're gonna start on this side. Okay. You know when your eyebrows aren't right, it is probably me who did that. Okay. going in with that same BK Beauty brush, that was the B5. I am going to take the shade, I'm gonna take Intuition. Honestly, this shade kind of scares me. I'm gonna go with Intuition. I can't say until I try it, but I'm gonna go with Intuition. Okay, my intuition is telling me to take Intuition. How about that? Yes, very pretty. And the reason why is like the Attract shade is looking, I don't know, it's looking tiny bit of whitewashed. I can't say for certain, but I like how Intuition is looking. All right, and so I'm just kind of like patting and blending that in. And so far, I like how this looks. All right. Now, let's see. I'm just going to take a smaller brush. We're going to go with Attract. We're just going to see what it does, okay? So I'm going to take Attract. And I'm just going to kind of, oh, okay. It's not that bad, actually. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we just put it on the inner corner. So it's a little bit lighter. You can definitely see that. And it's not too light. I don't know if this is a color I would prefer technically all through my crease. Now I think this is going to be the time to take Natural. Let's see. Because I feel like this should layer well. Well, I think I should use a better brush. That type of, it's a little too pointed, so working right there in my crease is not the move. So I'm gonna go back with this more dome shape blending brush. And you guys see me do that often. I just don't usually talk to it. Okay, so there we go. That's better. Kind of catch this little socket I have in here. So it's building. There we go. I mean, it's giving something. I just don't know if it's the best to, I mean, but it does help. It does work. I just don't know. It's like a best layering shade, you know? But I don't mind it. It is giving something versus over here, it was just kind of making the grounded shade a little bit deeper. But over here it's giving more of a kind of a plummy moment. No, I'm gonna take Midnight, because I was gonna take Shadow, but I'm gonna take Midnight and I'll put this in the outer. But then okay, yeah, I'm gonna put this. I might have to deepen it up, but I do have like a black. I have that Eclipse shade. Let's see. So I took Midnight, because I was learning, I was like, even though I took Shadow right here, I think it's giving more blue in that crease, but you know. And I'm just kind of popping that in the outer V. And I'm just kind of using some patting motions and some kind of circular blending motions. Now, let's see. Wiping that brush off. And I'm just going to go in with a smaller blending brush, so that way I don't lose like all the other shades I used, you know? So we don't want it to turn into like one big old thing because the shades were so deep. Okay. And I'm going to go back in with Intuition. That was our purpley first shade. Now I've inherently changed the tone. What happened here, Ash? Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Natural. It's not looking bad, but it's like, that's not really what I meant for it to happen. You know, leave up Natural. Okay. All right, taking my little trick so I can see what the heck is going on here. Okay, it's not bad. I like the way it looks, but I wish I hadn't changed like the hue of that. But it's all good. It's actually really all good because it's like up, it's lifted. All right, mix glitter glue, and I'm just like spreading it out, and I always spread it out usually towards right there. You know, kind of like anywhere I'm putting a shimmer. let's see. So I want to go in with, I want to take Magnetic, this beautiful blue shade, and I'm going to use my finger. It's kind of giving Blurple actually. Oh, it's nice and metallic. Look at that. That is gorgeous. So I'm just pressing that in my finger. I'm kind of keeping it towards the outer so it gives a little bit more depth and dimension into the look. All right, wiping my finger off. Now I'm gonna go in with Secret. This palette is gorgeous, y'all. I'm just here to say. I feel like it's so many options you can do with this. This is the Secret shade. Ooh, and that's nice and pretty and ethereal. Ooh. And the shade is very smooth. It probably has a little bit less pigment behind it. So if you wanted to kind of have a lighter look, I think you could definitely achieve that with this particular shade. Yeah. So it's not like I can see through, but I can definitely see it's like a little bit lighter. Really pretty. Taking that flat definer brush, gonna go back in with a little bit more Secret. Just bringing it up. Fill in where my finger can't get, and I want to make sure like you can still see the shadow over my hood. Now for a little inner corner highlight, I'm gonna take Slate. It's more neutral shade. Oh, but that's pretty. And this looks like it would be a nice shimmer to have across your eyelid as well. Oh man, I am loving the cool tone shadows. Yes, I am so very happy with this. Do I want any more? I'm very happy. I would have been a little bit more happy if I didn't kind of mess up my gradient here, but I think it looks good. All right, now that I'm looking at this eyelid, she looks a little depressed. Yeah, no, I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a B5. Ooh, am I doing too much? Trying to figure out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take Hidden. And maybe I'll mix the two. I'm gonna take Hidden and a little bit of Midnight together. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a fluffier blending brush. Yeah, that looks better. It looks better. Wiping it off, going back in with Grounded. That was our first shade. Okay, she looks a lot better. Going in with Gravitate. That was our multi-chrome. And sometimes you just need to make minor adjustments to the look. And I think I'm going to bring that Gravitate over just a little bit. It will look like it's just going to kind of catch the light over here, but I think it's going to help my cause. Yes, now it doesn't look like she's sad. So something I realize I have to be careful of is when I'm putting multiple shadows in the crease, if I kind of have like a harsh, I need to kind of, everything needs to kind of come up, you know what I mean, to a degree. Now, over here, yeah, it just really messed up the tone of that intuition shade. I don't know if I can get it back. Let's see. Oh, it's just blue now. That was my bad. Oh well. I like how it looks. I need to stop fumbling with it because by the time I probably do my lashes, all of that, it'll be fine. But I need to get this eyebrow together. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back and here is the final look. And now that I fixed my eyebrow, you know, she's in formation, she's together. I am really loving how both of these looks came out. I think it came out fabulous. Both of the shadows, both of the looks, they just came out so cohesive. They look really nice. They look put together. It's a lot of sparkles, a lot of shine. The shadows look very smooth and effortless on the eye, and the quality is just amazing. So for the face details, I went in with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. I have a little sample here because I am very much in my summer color still, super tan. So this is the shade Peanut Butter. I'm probably like in my shade where my skin complexion can fluctuate. You guys have seen me on here like very fair, and you see me maybe a tiny bit deeper than this. So I can go like all these different ranges. So I don't want to have like too many foundations that are like this and this, and even though I kind of do and I kind of don't. So I got the peanut butter, I got a sample of that, but probably I'm more realistically during a normal time frame like cinnamon. So I just got the sample, but I really like the foundation. I think I will like grab a full size of it. Now for the contour, I just went ahead with my Sephora stick contour, which is the medium to tan that I've been loving. I went ahead and took my Cherish blush by McGrath because this is a nice baby pink blush, and I felt like it would complement both of the looks very well. Went ahead with this particular eyeliner. Is actually a teal liner, so I thought it would pop, but it'll still give like a little bit of contrast and color. And this is the shade Outer Space, and it's like a metallic teal. And then my favorite little lip combo, y'all should be worn out by this by now. This at the moment is Venom lip liner by Urban Decay. This is 24/7, and then the Doll Face Liquid Cream Matte by Blend Buddy Cosmetics. This did come with a corresponding lip liner, but I have used it up. Went ahead and used my good old favorite highlighter, which is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter. And this is a collaboration they had with Puma, and I've been working on it forever. The product is living forever, basically. And my brown lashes. Love these brown lashes. They're by Z-Gain. I got them off of Amazon. And they're just so fun and flirty. They're very dramatic, but because they're brown, they don't look so stark. And they don't look super heavy. So it's just like, you got the drama and the softness and the flirtiness with the looks. And I have just been loving them. So you kind of got my thoughts about the shadows as I went along and did the tutorials. But overall, I'm very pleased and impressed. Like I said, I just wish I didn't mess up this shade Intuition, because what did I do? I ended up, once I put the Midnight on, and brought it up, and then I put more Intuition in, it just kind of changed the whole shade. It doesn't look bad, but I just kind of wish I had kind of kept it that periwinkle shade, but I really like how this shows up. So I would say that this particular shade Attract, it kind of surprised me, because even though I kind of covered it up, it did stay pretty much like a lighter violet color. It didn't really pretty much change. The blue, what is that, Midnight, really nice, really pigmented. You can use it to like anchor a lot of looks. You can put on your crease, build up the crease. Really nice. The shimmers, very nice, very smooth. This one is like magnetic. It's a little bit bolder, but it is kind of like a shimmer that I can see you somewhat blending out to a bit. Of course, we have our multi-chrome shade Gravitate, which is really nice. It kind of brings that light and that sparkle. And then Secret is really pretty also. Like I said, I feel like you can do some lighter looks with the Secret shade. And yeah, Slate was nice too. We also have the Reveal that we stuck in the inner corner, and it was nice that it kind of picked up a different shade for the Gravitate, so you could actually see the different color. And Grounded and Natural are really nice too. I really like both of the tones. Of course, I just don't think that you should really blend them together, because it just kind of does one tone and you don't really see a differentiation color. But honey, I am loving these looks. The quality is just so nice. I'm so glad I picked these up. So let's go ahead and get into one more look. I definitely want to use Tempting across both of my lids, because that is just such a gorgeous shade. So we're going to see how we can make that work. But so far, I'm really loving this palette. I think it is gorgeous. You cannot deny. Like this shadow, the quality. If you're looking for affordable, it's here. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Back for another look, our last look, and after me fetling around for a period of time. So I'm gonna go back in with that same BK Beauty B5 brush, and let's see. So I'm going to take Cooltrals right here, the namesake of the palette, and I am going to dab that in. I think I'm going to keep it like right up here. Yeah, I'm going to keep it right in there. Hope y'all didn't hear that little noise my stomach make. That's like, you know, when fluid is going down. I just got through drinking a little bit of coffee, the rest of my little coffee. So it was like, you know. Anywho, so I'm just really kind of patting this in. I'm not really doing a blending, but I'm just like patting and picking up versus like a hard sweep. And then I just kind of did just a little bit there. But I'm actually pretty happy with how this shade looks. Now, just to kind of bring it together from like the top part, even though I don't feel like it looks bad, I am going to take this shade right here, which is Stone Cold. But I am going to go in with that little Blend Buddy Dome brush. And like I said, I just have a microfiber towel down here, y'all, that I just kind of wipe my brushes off. Nothing special, okay? It might not even be microfiber, to be honest. So I just put a little bit there just to kind of blend it so it's not like stark, but not like too up in the brows. So I'm actually pretty happy with how that looks. Now, what I think I want to do, I think I want to take natural. I've really been trying to, let's take natural, which is the purpley shade. And I think it's actually going to work out well for us this time because yeah, there we go. And I'm just kind of pressing that in. There we go. Yep. And then we'll blend. So I'm kind of taking this on an angle, so it's going to angle up. And these type of looks, when you angle them up, it can just like really, in this particular, open up your eyelid. When you kind of go up this way versus going that way. So basically you would start like where your crease bone is and angle up versus going across. Yeah, loving that shade. Okay, that shade is doing what it's supposed to do. So if you wanted to appear more of the shade that is in the pan, we're going to need to, yeah, just blend it with a much lighter color. Leave it alone. Don't put it with Grounded. She don't work there. Don't put her with Intuition. Just let her shine with Cooltrals or probably with like Stone Cold, okay? So yeah. So now, pretty much there. I'm just going to like tune this blending up, and now I'm just kind of feathering it out and over. So you see how it just kind of, you open it, it gives that line. It's like already appearing to be open. Okay, really happy with that. See how that shape is coming along. Now, wiping that brush off, same brush, gonna go in with shadow, our wonderful gray tone shade, okay? And just going to blend it in with the shade out there. So it's still kind of like making a point, and I'm gonna wing it more out. And I'm gonna kind of mirror it right underneath the natural shade, but not covering up the natural shade. And then like here, like I have a hood, so I'm gonna make sure like it goes in that area. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna go in smaller blending brush. Just kind of blend that out so we don't lose our definition of color. Dip it back in with the natural shade. Y'all know, cereal blender over here, honey. Cereal blender. Okay, I like how that looks. Now, I am just gonna go ahead and clean it up, because I mean, it's like I do it now or I'm gonna do it off camera, to be honest. So I'm just going to clean it up. Boom, boom, boom. See how that looks? See the shape we've created there? And then you could just kind of wipe down like your little line right there. Now, my glitter glue. I'm just really cracking up. I was like, I know NYX glitter glue. Hate to see me coming, honey. I'm just going to press this all over there. I am going to go a little bit over here because I plan on putting a deeper shimmer shade there, and I wanted to grab, and I'm going to pop it in this whole area. And I always work one eyelid at a time with the shimmers and the glitter glue, because you don't want the glitter glue to dry up on you, because otherwise pointless. Okay, going in with Eclipse, and then I'll basically have touched all the shimmers. Ooh, this is smooth. Oh my gosh, do you see the shine? You do have a little glitter flecks. The glitter flecks are kind of like flying away just a tiny bit, but my gosh. And I'm not gonna bring this up too high. I wanna keep this kind of low in there, okay? Yes, so maybe this is a matte. I need to look that up. I think it's a kind of a matte. That's good. All right, now I'm wiping off my finger. Okay, I'm wiping off a little bit better than that. And let's see, going in with Tempting right here, this beautiful shade. Wow, this palette is gorgeous. I will compare it to Gargoyle because I think it's definitely giving some Gargoyle vibes. Now this palette was out before. It came out like July, August. I think it came out in July. But you know, I've been laid up sick, so I am still playing catch up, honey. But these palettes are beautiful for now. That is pretty. That is really pretty. Now, it's really, really pretty, but it's a tiny bit, it is a little dark. I don't mind it at all, actually. But I'm just gonna put just ever a little tiny bit of Gravitate. I mean, just a little bit right there, just to give it a little bit more. When you flip, just a little light, just a little. Okay, now what do I want to do for the inner corner? Okay, I think I'm going to take Reveal, and that's kind of like our white base, the duochrome. Dang, that's pretty. And I want to leave it like right there. I'm trying to decide, do I want to keep that little open space that we have between here and here? I feel like I do, because I don't feel like, yeah. But I am going to take with my brush a little bit of Tempting, and this line right here, I'm just going to beef it up. But this little open space, I'm thinking I want to keep it. Yeah. And then I'm just going to put just a little bit more of Reveal, because normally I would drag Reveal up. I don't want to do that. I wanted to keep it just like that little pop, that little teardrop right there. Okay, I'm going to finish the other eye and put my lashes on, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I am back, and here is the third and final look, and you know, I love it. It's so smoky, it's dramatic, but it's not too dramatic, and like my eyelids are open because I created that different shape and kind of left it blank right in there, so that way you kind of just get the full landscape of the eye, and it's super glam. Like, this is out on the town, like, woo. Same brown lashes and same metallic pencil. I did like put a little excess glue right here, so it keeps trying to stick to that part of my eyelid, but we're gonna work it out. So if you see me like pulling my eyelid apart, that is why. But we're not gonna hate, because the lash is like staying down, because you know, usually the little corners of the lash like to lift. But beautiful. The shadows, impeccable. So what we learned was that let's see, neutral, pair it with a lighter shade. Don't try to go in with these two. Don't try to go in this. Don't try to go in this. Now, intuition, we learned that, yeah, just don't mix it too much and it'll stay pretty much the same. But all of the shadows are really nice. So, okay, the only one I did not use was Eternal. It's a little light, but it's neither here or there. I could have probably stuck it right here instead of leaving like the primer right there, but honestly, you can't tell, and I'm not going to mess with it at this particular moment. All of the shimmers are really nice. I would say the only one that had like a little bit of a drier formula would be this particular shade, but it still looks really nice. And then I feel like adding on the Internal just gave like that little extra sparkle, so when the light catches it, you could just see that extra depth. Now the Eclipse, I needed to check. Let's see. I did not check. Let's see, because I was too busy texting Kara, Yadi, and Jamila. So that's Kara is Beauty and Frizz. I am Jamila is I am Jamila on YouTube, and Yadi Beauty, she's on YouTube, but she's primarily more on Instagram at the moment. So let's see about if this shadow is a matte. Yes. So, I mean, this is just so good. $38. Cannot be mad. Okay. Eclipse. Okay, it's a matte. Eclipse is a matte. It's a matte black with shimmery silver particles. So it did not feel too dry, but I could just kind of tell also, like when I was applying it, I did think that the glitter glue really did help it kind of just adhere. I don't think you need the glitter glue, but because there are those little sparkles in there, and they were just kind of floating away, I was like, this is probably a matte, because usually if it is a shimmer shade, the sparkles wouldn't just kind of leave, you know, other than just general fallout. And I wasn't getting like general fallout vibes. But everything is really gorgeous. The only shades that, let's see, I did not use Crave. I feel like that would be cute, but I'm a little leery. But Attract did prove me wrong. So it might not be as whitewashed as I think it is. Sometimes like that, the little pastels, they make me a little nervous, y'all know. Okay, and so the only other shade I did not use was Affinity, which is this beautiful kind of like just mid-tone blue. But everything else is really, really gorgeous. I'm really, really impressed with this palette. The quality is beautiful for $38. And I feel like this is something, if you're looking for a good, comprehensive cool tone palette, that this is going to be really beautiful. Now, I feel like it does run a little deep. Like, so if you're looking for something a little bit more lighter tone, I don't think that this is necessarily it, but I do think you can get some lighter looks. Like definitely when you're using Secret, or if you're using Slate up here, or if you just want to use Reveal across the lid, you can get some lighter looks and Affinity. But and then of course Gravitate, because it's going to get more pinky, more mauve. But I really liked how it's mauve, how I like it has, you can do black. I like how it has the grays. I like how it has the purple tones. These are things that I just love so much. And I know I've been sharing, but one of the reasons why I do kind of like the cool tones, like the warm tones, we've had such a long moment with them. And I'm not over warm tones. I love warm tones. And my skin complexion is inherently pretty warm. So don't think that just because you have warm skin tone that you cannot wear these cool tone shadows. When I first started loving makeup back in the 90s, it was cool tones. That was it. It was taupes and grays and blacks and some blues, okay? Purple wasn't so much a thing. The mauves, all of those browns, the latte makeup, no. It was literally grays, blacks, some blues, if you were walking on the wild side. Yeah. And taupes. So I did pull out the Gargoyle palette right here. Well, I didn't pull it out. It was sitting right here. I love this thing. So let's see. I do think there are some crossovers, okay? So Gargoyle's a little bit more expensive. Gargoyle runs in the $60 range. This runs in the $38 range. For me, personally, there is room in my collection for both. I love the Gargoyle palette. You cannot pull this out of my cold, dead hands, okay? And I love this. You cannot pull this out of my cold, dead hands. But as we can see, they are pretty even in color stories. So now I had this one first prior to purchasing this, okay? Now, if you could have only afford to get one, I would go with this. I would be very comfortable with recommending this. If you could only afford to get one. If you have the money to get two, I would get both. Okay. Now, what I do like about the Gargoyle a lot, I feel like you can get a few more lighter looks, okay? The matte situation is kind of the same, but you do have like these deeper chocolate browns. So you see this is kind of the same, but you have right here Awakening. Awakening is a beautiful shade that is light, that kind of has that nice gloss, that bright overtone, serious eerie echoes, a nice kind of green, kind of minty green. And then you also have this shade Guardian that is lighter in nature, nice gold. Then you also have the Mystic Stone is a little bit lighter. And then you kind of have like that deeper mauve shade that was kind of reminiscent to the one in what's the name. So, and then your mattes are kind of like place. So I feel like you can get a few more lighter looks out of this. Plus, I really like this little pop of green that we do not really get in the Cooltrals. But like I said, if you're looking for one and you can't afford to get both, I would definitely just recommend this. I think you can get some really beautiful looks. So you can see like some of the shimmer shades, you just have like the 2 to 3. And like I said, but a lot of it, the palette is a little bit deeper. But I think it's such a fabulous palette. So that being said, let me know what your favorite looks are. I liked all 3. I don't even know. I love the shape of this one. I loved all 3. Dang, the one with the blue, even the one I got it like jacked up on the corner, I love them all. So let me know what your favorite look is, because I cannot pick right now. Just let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video. And I'm starting to feel a bit better. So I'm trying to get more videos out for you and be more consistent with my content. With that being said, if you could please watch the videos all the way through, that really does help support this channel. Engage, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, because we're trying to grow over here, okay? And so with all of that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Chair dance. Chair dance. All right, y'all. Bye.